Infancy is a period of rapid growth. The medical assistant takes various measurements to determine the child's rate of development. Two of these measurements are head circumference and chest circumference. The head circumference of children younger than 3 years old is routinely measured at each office visit to screen for microencephaly and macroencephaly. The chest circumference is a valuable measurement in comparison with the head circumference, but not by itself. The chest circumference is usually done only when a heart or lung abnormality is suspected. Between 6 months and 2 years of age, the chest and head circumference measurements are about the same. After 2 years of age, the chest circumference is greater than the head circumference. The medical assistant will show you how to measure the head and chest circumference of a 4-month-old infant. Before proceeding, sanitize your hands. Assemble your equipment. A pediatric circumference band can be used for the measurement or a flexible tape measure. The medical assistant will show you how to use both of these devices. Position the infant. An infant is usually more content if he is held by his parent. The infant can also be positioned on his back on the examining table. The medical assistant will first demonstrate how to measure head circumference using a pediatric circumference band. As you can see, the top of the measuring band is calibrated in inches. These calibrations are farther apart. The bottom of the measuring band is calibrated in centimeters. These calibrations are closer together. The calibration you use to measure head circumference depends on your medical office policy. For this measurement, the medical assistant will use the centimeter calibrations. Position the measuring band around the infant's head at the greatest circumference. This is slightly above the eyebrows and pinna of the ears, and around the occipital prominence at the back of the skull. Read the results to the nearest 5/10 of a centimeter. Be sure to read the results at the read mark on the measuring device, otherwise your measurement will be inaccurate. Jonathan's head circumference measures 43.5 centimeters. Jot down this value or make a mental note of it. Next, the medical assistant will show you how to measure head circumference in inches using a flexible tape measure. As you can see, one side of the tape measure is calibrated in inches, and the other side is calibrated in centimeters. Position the tape measure with the inch calibrations facing outward. Position the tape measure around the infant's head at the greatest circumference. Read the results on the tape measure to the nearest 1/4 of an inch. Be sure to read the results at the 0 mark on the measuring device, otherwise your measurement will be inaccurate. Jonathan's head circumference in inches is 17 inches. Jot down this value or make a mental note of it. Occasionally, your physician may want you to measure the infant's chest circumference. The medical assistant will first show you how to measure chest circumference in centimeters using a pediatric circumference band. Position the infant on his back on the examining table. Place the measuring band around the infant's chest at the nipple line. It should be snug, but not so tight that it leaves a mark. Read the results at the read mark in centimeters to the nearest 5/10 of a centimeter. Jonathan's chest circumference measures 43 centimeters. Jot down this value or make a mental note of it. Now the medical assistant will show you how to measure chest circumference using a flexible tape measure. Position the tape measure with the inch calibrations facing outward. Place the tape measure snugly around the infant's chest at the nipple line. Read the results on the tape measure to the nearest 1/4 of an inch. Be sure to read the results at the 0 mark, otherwise your measurement will be inaccurate. Jonathan's chest circumference in inches is 16.75 inches. Jot down this value or make a mental note of it. Gently remove the infant from the table and hand him to his parent. Sanitize your hands and chart the results.